Hello and welcome everybody to another Final Fantasy draft. I'm paulcheon and today we are sitting at Plat 4. Things have been a little rough. We haven't really been able to get a trophy yet in this format, but it all changes in today's draft video. Now, before we head into the draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need some booster boxes of Final Fantasy or some singles to round out your standard, modern, pioneer, or commander decks, go to TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, everything you need for your next tabletop event, we got the MagicCon in Vegas right around the corner. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Also, HeavyPlay is going to be at MagicCon Las Vegas, so swing by the booth, tell them Paul sent you to get 10% off in person as well. All right, here we go. You know, I'm kind of feeling like beating down, but of course, we'll let the packs help dictate where it is we go. Golbez Crystal Collector, blue-black for a 1/4. Whenever an artifact you control enters Surveil 1, at the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 more artifacts, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Then if you control 8, okay. I actually don't think this card's particularly strong. Blue-black is just not the artifact colors. It's blue-white. So this is just very, very odd. Maybe it's a commander card, I don't know. But, I mean, it's a decent body, but I don't think that's what I want. There's Summon Anima, which is okay. 6 mana for a 4/4. It's got Menace. And draws you a card over multiple turns. And then at the end, you also make your opponent Edict. But I'm actually going to take Samurai Katana. This thing is an absolute beating. 2 in a red for basically a 3/3 trample haster. And then you can equip again in the late game. I think this card is premium. And like I said, I want it to beat down. For common, I think Vayne's Treachery is the clear pick here. It's just a really good removal spell. But let's take the Katana here and see what we can follow the Katana up with. Moving on to pack 1, pick 2. We have Zanarkand, Ancient Metropolis. This is a land that taps for a green mana or adventure, create a 1/1 token and then put a +1/+1 counter on it for each land you control. Oh, wow. So it's a land that also is just a 6 mana 7/7. That is really strong. Summon Esperamu is basically like a blue-red card for the most part. I don't really love it following Samurai's Katana. There's also Delivery Moogle, which is a very, very powerful creature. 4 mana for a 3/2 flyer. ETB, search your library or graveyard for an artifact card with mana value 2 or less. You're just always going to be able to find something with this. I do think it's a better card than Suplex. Suplex is nicer just because it gets to keep you on color, but I think I want to take one of these upside cards here. And like I said, this is mostly a feeling thing. Like, I think Zanarkand is very good. It might even be the correct pick, but I want to do something a little more aggressive. So I'm going to take the Delivery Moogle here and see what I can do. I kind of want to just beat down here. All right. This pack, wow, white seems very, very open here. 4 white cards here to choose from, along with a Renoa Heart Lily. But we have Stiltskin, 1 mana for a 1/2 lifelinker. 2 tap, target opponent gains control of another permanent you controlled. If they do, draw a card. Seems okay. I think this card's probably better. Adalbert Steiner, 2 mana for a 2/1 lifelinker. It gets +1/+1 for each equipment you control. And my deck's going to have a lot of equipment. I'm red-white. I have one here already. I'm going to be searching for them with the Moogle as well. I do think White Aura Sight is a very, very solid removal spell, but it's expensive, right? And and when I'm red-white, I'm not going to need the mana as much. So let's take the Steiner here and see what we can do. You know, hopefully red-white artifacts is open so that we can kind of move into this archetype here. Moving on, Stroke of Midnight's not particularly strong. There is Restoration Magic, which is an okay combat trick, but I don't love it. Like, it's fine. 1 mana to give Hexproof and Indestructible is okay. 2 mana to gain the 3 life is fine. 5 mana, yeah, it just gains you, but I mean, I guess if you're erasing, it's okay. There's Reno and Rude. 2 mana for a 2/1 menace. When this deals combat damage to a player, you can exile the top card of that player's library. Then you may sack a creature artifact. If you do, I may play the card. That could be good in some kind of sacrifice strategy, I suppose. I mean, given that there's no great red or white card here, I'm just going to take the Reno and Rude just because it stands out as something that can potentially be very powerful if I do end up in like a black-white deck, for example. Just, you know, if black is open, that might be where I want to be. You just always got to, you know, stay flexible here and see what you're being given. So pack 1, pick 5, that is an Igneous Scientia. 3 mana for a 2/2 basically gets you a land, very solid card, and then you can make food every turn. Final Days, I think this is only a really good card in a green-black self-mill deck, where if you can flash it back and make a bunch of tokens, that can be really strong, but we're very far away from that. Weapons Vendor is okay, but I actually think I'm just going to take the Sephiroth's Intervention here and see if we can maybe go black-white, just because we're not seeing a whole lot of red here. And I do think this card is quite powerful. Moving on here, we have Hecht Eyes and Paladin Arms and White Mage's Staff. I think I'm going to take the White Mage's Staff. I'm definitely in the market for a 2-mana equipment, especially with the Delivery Moogle in my deck. So I think I want this over something like a Hecht Eyes. Hecht Eyes does probably work a little bit better in the sacrifice. In a sacrifice deck. But you know what? Honestly, White Mage's Staff creates both an artifact and a creature, which is also, I think, very, very valuable. So let's take White Mage's Staff, just because I do think it can be quite nice here, especially with the Delivery Moogle. All right, pack 1, pick 7. Yeah, I mean, black is certainly open. That's another Reno and Rude. There's also a Lionheart, a Dwarven Castle Guard, and a Thieves' Knife. So a lot of different directions I can go. If I want it to be like a blue-white artifact deck, I can certainly take a Thieves' Knife, but I'm also just seeing a whole lot of black cards. Like, I'm curious how good Reno and Rude is. Just as like a sacrifice enabler. Kind of want to take it here. All right. I mean, I know it's legendary, but like, let's try it, right? Let's try it and just see what it's like to just take a bunch of these and probably cut the Katana, just because we haven't really seen a whole lot of red. Here we have a Coeurl? Yeah, okay. Good luck with that one. I guess I'll take a Resentful Revelation if somehow this deck ends up being a little bit slower, although this isn't really the type of card that I would be interested in playing in this type of deck. Pack 1, pick 9, we have like a Haste Magic, a Vector. I guess I'll take a Cloudbound Moogle. You know, flyers are actually pretty good. There's not a whole lot of reach in this format, so I think there's more reason to play the cards. I'll take another Resentful Revelation, but I am much, much lower on this card than I used to be. Now, green is certainly seemingly open here. There's a Poison the Waters or a Renoa Heart Lily. I think I'm just going to take Poison the Waters. I actually think this card might just be main deckable. I'm not sure. We'll see. Combat Tutorial here on the wheel. Very odd pack so far. I'm hoping that Reno and Rude is good. Ideally, if I can keep my curve kind of low. Maybe this can get me some value. Or maybe we're just like... I mean, this could end up just being more of a mid-range deck here. We'll see. I'm happy that I at least have one target here for the Delivery Moogle. Oh, please be good. It's a land that taps... Okay, so it's a land. And then for 5 mana, return up to 2 target artifact and or enchantment cards from your graveyard to your hand. That doesn't seem that strong, honestly. But what else do I have in this pack? This is a really weak pack. There is a Snowvilliers, which is just like a random creature. I mean, it's a decent creature, I suppose. There's Tonberry, which I don't love. There is a Weapons Vendor, which is, again, just a fine card. All right, this pack's pretty weak. I'm just going to take this land for science. Right now, I only have the one artifact here, but I'm hoping that I pick up more so that I can get a little more utility out of the Ishgard, the Holy See. Okay, here we have, let's see, Kane, Traitorous Dragoon, 3 mana for 2/4. During my turn, it's flying. When this deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of Kane. If they do, you draw that many cards, create that many. So we're just like trading blows? It doesn't seem that strong to me. I don't, you know what I mean? What does Ambrosia Whiteheart do? It's just a white main line for the most part, which I think is okay. But I actually think I'm going to take Black Mage's Rod here. It is just another... I think job select cards are really nice with cards like Reno and Rude because it gives you 2 permanents to sacrifice. And these job select cards also work really well with the Adalbert Steiner. So I want to just try having just a bunch of 2-mana plays here and see if that ends up working out very, very well for me. Moving on here, pack 2, pick 3, there's Summon Chocomog. And there's also the Ambrosia Whiteheart. Here, I'll take the Ambrosia Whiteheart. Just another solid 2-drop. Being able to pick up Delivery Moogle is pretty nice. Or, you know, sometimes you can even pick up, like, the Staff. And then just pick up and make an extra 1/1 token. So that's certainly on the table. Moving on to pack 2, pick 4. What do we have? Eject is a really good trick, but that's not where we're at. Relentless X ATM, 6 mana for 6/5, can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. 6 mana is a lot though. There's Paladin Arms. I'm curious how all these job select cards are going to play out. It's like that or Undercity Dire Rats, but I have 6 2-drops already. But this is pretty good with Reno and Root as well. This is only really cool because I have the Adalbert Steiner. All right, let's just keep taking more sacrifice things. I feel like if I'm going to be in black-white, I want all the sacrifice things, right? So let's go ahead and take that. Here, this is actually interesting, though, because it does look like I want to attack. I have lots of 2-mana plays, so it doesn't seem like a perfect Wall of Omens deck. But because I have all these small creatures, it does feel like it could be a decent Lionheart deck. There's also Samurai Katana in this pack. But the reason why I say that is just it kills something small. I don't have that many 4-drops, and I can then attach this onto some of my smaller creatures, and it's not an expensive cost to equip, only 2 mana to give +2/+1, so I'm going to try the Lionheart here over the Wall of Omens. That could be wrong, but I want to just give it a shot. Ooh, a black land. You may sack an artifact or creature. If you do, draw 2 cards. I'm in. I'm in. Ice Magic, pretty good. Call the Mountain Chocobo is fine, but yeah, all right. Couple of spell lands here, can't go wrong with that. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of spells in general. Ooh, Slash of Light. Definitely need that. Our deck definitely needs interaction. And this card's excellent just because, you know, with cards like White Mage's Staff and Black Mage's Rod, it basically deals 2 damage, which is, it's just a nice cheap way to kill something. And I'm not a big fan of Auron's Inspiration. Unless you can go like super duper wide. Ooh, Dragoon's Lance. All right. We are getting the hookups here in pack number 2. Millions of 2-drops, lots of things to sacrifice to get value with Reno and Rude. So really nice curve. Adalbert Steiner is looking very, very nice here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 equipment. This is a nice evasive one as well. So very, very happy about that. Moving on to pack 2, pick 9. Okay, we missed on this one. Shinra's Reinforcements, I do not like in this type of deck at least. There's Magic Pot and another Moogle. I mean, I guess I don't really want to play double Moogle. I don't really want to play any of these cards. I'll take the Reinforcements just because it's a 3-drop, but likely not going to want to play it. Here we'll take another Moogle. The cards here on the right are like the maybe cards. I will say black was pretty weak in this last pack. Hopefully we get hooked up in the next one. All right, Paladin Arms, I'll certainly play. All right. Please be good. Oh, Sir Conrad. That's not bad. Yeah, Sir Conrad's totally fine. Double black is a little bit awkward, but I don't have that much top end, and this is a very, very solid one. Whenever another creature dies, or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere, this deals 1 damage to each opponent. So it's just a decent finisher. And there's really nothing else in black and white that looks particularly strong here, just that common. So yeah, let's go ahead and take Sir Conrad here. Garland is quite strong. Now, does the Ishgard do anything? I mean, maybe. Like, I should still probably just play it. Like, if I sack one of these equipment and then I get it back, like, that is pretty good. All right, pack 3, pick 2 gives us some interesting options here. We are definitely light on removal. So I think that's kind of where I'm leaning. There's Magitech Armor, but that's just like another creature, and we have plenty of creatures. It says 7, but it's like 8, 9, 10, 11 creatures. So I think I want to take either the Intervention or the Aura Sight. And I think in general, the Intervention's better. It's easier to cast, and it's an instant speed spell. So let's take this for our deck. Oh, well, I'm assuming Rufus is good. 3 mana for a 2/4. When this attacks, if you don't control a creature named Dark Star, create a token. And then I can sack that to the Reno and Rude, which is really nice. White Mage's Staff and another Intervention looks really nice, but I have to just try the Signpost card here. I just have to. Like, I can believe a world where this is good, but I already have 2 and I have 4 4-drops, so, and we need a 3-drop for our deck. So let's take the Rufus. Ooh, seeing some red-white cards here too, like Giat, King of the Dwarves, or Esper Ramu. But for us, it's between Slash of Light and Monk's Fist. Plenty of 2-drops, so let's take Slash of Light here, just for a little extra interaction. I mean, this is looking solid for what you would expect out of a black-white deck. So I am not unhappy with this configuration that I have right now, and certainly some, filler level cards out of the sideboard if I need. Is this an instant? No, sorcery. All right, here we have Weapons Vendor and Vincent's Limit Break. How many? Let's see. We have this that we can equip for 1 mana. This for 1 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 equipment, 5 equipment that I can get a discount out of. All right. I think I'm going to take that over Vincent's Limit Break. I think this type of trick is easier to get, but this is a pretty unique effect that I think can be pretty useful with all the equipment that I have. So let's go ahead and take Weapons Vendor. Now we have White Mage's Staff versus Ahriman. I do think it's just the Staff here. Staff is quite nice. The Ahriman is okay, I think, but I don't know. White Mage's Staff just seems really, really solid. So let's take this. Now, I might be overdoing it here on the 2s. All right, this is really interesting. So we have Phantom Train versus Ahriman. Kind of want a 3-drop. Let's take the Ahriman here. I wonder how good the Adventurer's Airship is, but I'll take the Ahriman. Yeah, it's a nice little random flyer. Here, nothing I really want. I have a couple of Resentful Revelations in the board, and Blitzball I don't think you really want unless you have a million legends and you're splashing. I guess I'll take a Final Days, but I don't see myself playing it. Okay, nothing here on the wheel. Guess I'll take the Inspiration in case I need that type of effect. Wow, it even limits it to attacking creatures only. Wow, that's kind of weak. What do you guys think of Adventurer's Airship? It's like the worst possible Smuggler's Copter. At least make it when it blocks as well, right? It just feels a little bit too weak, so... Gonna still need 3 more playables here, although I don't think we're gonna get it here. Hate Draft. Alright, Fight On versus Monk's Fist. I have 10 creatures, so Fight On doesn't seem that good. I guess I'll just take Monk's Fist. Although I don't really love it in this deck. But, I mean, maybe just overloading on all the 2-mana Hero Select cards can be good. But the question is, like, how many payoff type cards do I have with that, right? So, also, does this count artifacts? Creature cards, okay. I mean, look at how many creatures we have. 2, 3, 4, we have 10 creatures, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 creatures. It's pretty good. Pretty good. And I want to play both of those lands, or I at least want to try them. And then now I just got to figure out what spells I should play. All right, let's try Poison the Waters. I don't know. Do I have a lot of 1 toughness things? I'm just seeing if it like kills it kills a decent number of my stuff too. So I'm a little bit concerned. But like none of these cards look particularly strong. Wow, how did the number get so high? Like, I just don't... I think this is good if you can make lots of tokens, which I can't. Final Days looks quite bad here. This is just not a Resentful Revelation deck. So then it just kind of... Oh, here we go. These are all the maybes. The 5 cards here on the right. So I just need to play 2 cards of the 5 cards on the right, and then we'll have a deck. All right, let's try Poison the Waters just because it's like a new card. Shinra's reinforcements look pretty bad. Should I go like double Cloud Moogle and cut a land or something? Is that crazy? Just because I don't have that much stuff to do in the late game, other than re-equip my things. Maybe like cut a Plains and play 2 Cloud Moogles, just to give it a shot. Just having a random flyer to equip all this stuff seems pretty reasonable too. So, all right, let's give this a whirl. Our curve is super low anyways. All right, now before round 1 starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. I want to give a special shout out to all the patrons here. Really do appreciate all of your support, because without all of you, doing this for a living would be a lot more difficult, so thank you so much. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join an awesome community of like-minded folks looking to improve at Limited, just like you. All right, let's keep this hand here. Magitech Infantry, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at this. Look at this. Well, let's play a Dire City Underrat, because that can at least ramp us. What are you going to do? You going to attack me? Are you going to get another infantry? They might. Sure. So now the question becomes... how do I want to approach this? Like, how many infantries do they have in their deck? Right? I can also just play Black Mage's Rod and kill this with the Slash of Light. Or I can just play a bunch of things and just force them to spend a bunch of mana to make a bunch of Magitech infantry. That also seems fine, honestly. Which one of these do I want to play? This one helps me race, so let's play that. Wow, I have all spells in my hand. Honestly, I can just take 2. That's fine. What did they do? Bounce my token? Whoa, is this a double removal turn? No. Okay, fair enough. White Mage's Staff. Okay. Alright, so that's going to get us a land. Let's get a Plains. And... let's kill you. Attack. Slow things down. We have a lot of removal. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, you can't have more than 4, right? Or you can't, or it's really hard to have more than 3, is going to be my approach here. I think, like, statistically, it's just very unlikely to have that many more. So. Yep. I think our opponent has somewhere to go. They're playing so fast. Okay, let's play Dragonlance. I guess we should just pass. Although, here's the thing, though. Like, they can technically just move... they can move stuff onto one of the things. Wow, I did not say that very well. How much does this cost? 6 mana? Alright, let's gain some life, I guess. This is still fine. So they're actually choosing to surveil here, which is very interesting. White Mage's Staff, okay. Alright. Not really sure what to bounce. I can bounce the rod. That is cheaper. But I kind of just want to kill something. The way that I look at this is if I kill this, there's nothing else to equip all the staffs onto. Or staves, or however you want to call it. Okay. Wow, this Poison the Waters looks terrible. Okay, look at us. We both have 3 equipment in play. Oh, man. Okay, so they have a 3-2. Okay, so we have a Reno and Rude. What's the best one to equip? I want to equip one of the 3 mana ones. I guess it's the one that gains me life. This is really funny. I mean, they could use the Pandora to just kill Reno and Rude. Because I have so much fodder right now. I have so much fodder for the Reno and Rude. So I don't know that they want me to actually go off with this. Slash of Light was a really good draw. Let's kill this. Then you may... Okay. So our creature has Menace. They can Surveil. Okay. Let me read this. Whenever deals, then you may sack another creature or artifact. If you do, you may play the exiled card this turn. And oh, so I can still sack something. Yeah, I can definitely sack something to play the land, which I kind of want to do. Which one do I want, though? Do I want flying, or let's sack the Dragonlance? Mill me for half my cards. Okay. Round it up or down? Oh, it's an adventure! I forgot. Alright. Alright. I want to do a little bit of extra damage. I don't want to put the rod on, though. Let's go 5. See what we hit. Ooh. So, let's see. I have a land to play, so I can actually play it. Play the land. Boom! Oh, that's awesome. All right. Ooh, let's keep a weapons vendor around. All right. This is looking very, very good. I mean, they're going to have to use the Pandora to kill something. Reno and Rude has been fantastic, by the way. They're probably going to kill the aerial unit, right? No, Reno and Rude? Okay. Sure. Alright, they're at 5. Let's play Weapons Vendor. Do some equipping. Sephiroth's Intervention is great. And this is a 3 mana equip, so might as well do that. Let's put it here. Spread the love. We have 2 5-power cards. There's a land, and that is game. Woo! Alright. Beat the triple Magitech infantry deck. I'm not sure I love that 2 mana card. I'm gonna cut it, I think. The coercion effect. I mean, literally anything would be better than that, I think. It's maybe a good sideboard card. Also, I have 1 toughness things in my deck. Yeah, let's just play like 1 copy of the Revelation. I don't love it, but It's my one super late game mana sink. Let's just put it that way. Ooh, I'm jealous. This costs 3,400 gems to get. Which is why I haven't played. I don't have it. Alright, opponent on the play. We have Midgar. I'm gonna keep. Should I play a turn one? Like that's it. This card's whew. Good. I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna save it as an adventure. I want to get some value, especially because I drew the swamp. Let's go with Reno and Rude. They might just kill it, which is fine, I guess. Wow, Choco Comet. The actual best thing to do there. Oof. Okay. I kind of think I need to play the tap land here. Sadly. I gotta show restraint, you know what I mean? I need to show restraint. I gotta set an example. And as much as I want to play this for its adventure, given my mana situation, I think that was correct. Let's attack. I'm gonna try to play around Syncopate a little bit. Let's play this first. Let's get the White Heart. And then let's play Monk's Fist. If they Syncopate this, it's fine. What you got? Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Okay. That's fine. Big two. No lands? Wow. Alright, let's play the Weapons Vendor. The thing is, if they had Syncopate, I think they would have used it before. Oh, Counterspell. Queen Brawn. Okay. Fair enough. This one is kind of scary. Like, do I just kill it right away? How big is this thing? 4/3? Alright, I'll just kill her right away. Man, the Midgar would have actually been good. Oh well. Okay. The thing is, like, they still have a lot of action here, so it's not like amazing for me, you know what I mean? I'm gonna save this land for the landfall. And then let's move the Monk's Fist over to our flyer. Looks like they have Ice Magic. Or Thunder Magic, sure. Yeah, I mean, no reason to play this land. Wow. They have a lot of removal. Okay, what do we got here? +1/+0 flying. I think I prefer that. Boom. The issue here is they have like 4 spells in hand, and we're just like, we're trying, but they have way more spells in hand than we do. But hopefully we get it done. Also, these enchantment-based cards are a lot worse in this format because like the sacrifice theme is pretty well supported. Rook turret. Okay. Alright, Paladin Arms. How much to equip? Although, I guess that doesn't change this at all, huh? I mean, I guess I should just offer the trade. Yep. All the equipment on the in the world. All right, 4-2 flyer on my turn. Not bad. And then oh, it's not a flyer yet. Next turn I can make it into a flyer, but that would be a 2-turn clock. Mycedian Elder, okay. Attack. And I will play this land. The reason why I'm playing this land is because if I draw another land, I want to be able to cast this and play an expensive card out of my hand. Alright, Lunar Whale is great. Slash of Light is perfect. And I can still cast it after doing this, but I think I just cast Slash of Light. It's for 6 damage, so... All right. Boom. They had a lot of removal. Definitely had a lot of removal, but we're just curving out, and our little dinky equipments are still finding things to do in the late game, which is pretty nice, and been pretty happy with how this plays out so far. You know, just prioritizing playing to the board a little more than the typical control decks that I've had previously, and it's been working out. All right, I'm on the draw. I'm going to keep this. I literally have like 3 things I can cast, and I'm on the draw with 2 lands, so hopefully I can just find you know, a couple of lands off the top, but I do have turn 2 Dragoon's Lance into Slash of Light that I can use to kill something, so this all seems decent. Ooh, I drew a Swamp too, which is fantastic, so let's go with Dragoon's Lance here. Happy to trade here, honestly, for the most part. Okay, and let's see. They have Swamp Plains up. I think this is probably the safest thing to play against unknown removal, because the creature gets ward. Circle of Power. Ooh, okay. Lionheart, that's not bad. But I want to definitely just add more power to the battlefield. Let's go with the Moogle. Search our library. Wow, look at all the options. They're all pretty good. I don't think I care too much about racing, so I don't know if I want the White Mage's Staff. I might actually want the Black Mage's Staff because I do have a few spells in my hand, and it might give me the reach that I need to close out my opponent. All right. It's unclear. I think it's all really close, but I think the damage is actually going to matter here. All right, they tapped out for Grahia, so let's go Black Mage's Rod. And then Slash of Light for... Man, Slash of Light is so good in this deck. And it doesn't trigger itself, which is awesome. Look at this. Beat downs. Keep in mind, too, Lionheart can go to the face, which is pretty nice. Like, Lionheart plus Black Mage's Rod, that's 3 damage to the face if I really need. These job select cards have been playing out a lot better than I thought. Just, like I said, having a bunch of extra things, material, whatever you want to call it on the battlefield really helps with, you know, there's just a lot of synergies there built in. Although now I guess I should probably sacrifice the smallest creature. Oh, okay. All right, well, this is certainly interesting. I can't kill them yet. So I'm going to play Rufus, or I'm going to attack for 3. Then play Rufus, and then pass. And then if they try to kill my Moogle or my Rufus, I have the Whiteheart here. So just being able to double spell here seems quite strong. 3 cards left, but I'm at 17. Oh, interesting. Okay. So if they play another spell here, they get to gain 4 life. That is awesome. Whew, they missed. All right, we'll discard the Revelation. I mean, they only have 1 mana. Oh, they gain life, of course. All right, let's eat something. Yeah, I mean, they just have to do this to throw away their wizard, so we're in a really good spot. But I was going to play the Chocobo there and just eat another one of those things. Pick up one of my hero select cards. And yeah, 3-0. Looking really, really solid. Already way, way better than anything we've previously done. All right, on the play here. I'm going to keep this, but I don't love this hand at all. Like, I don't have a 2-drop. Oh. I mean, obviously I have a 2-drop. Was there even a doubt? Come on, guys. All right. Change Treachery. Let's play Paladin Arms. So the Moogle can get me a Plains, and then I can still use Slash of Light to kill something, or I can just play the Dire Rat. A lot of options. What are you going to use? A Vane's Treachery on this thing? Demon Wall. Okay. What is this? A Defender with Menace. Sure. What? Okay, you got me. Let's get a Plains. I don't want to kill this thing. Let's play Steiner. It's a 3/2 lifelinker, pretty good. Alright, final days. Now, they come into play tapped, which is good. Ooh, Black Mage's Rod was a really good draw. Wow. And then now I can go Slash of Light on the wall and hit for 4. Okay. And gain 4. Alright, I mean, that wasn't bad. And then I can turn this into a 6/4 next turn with Paladin Arms. Never mind, they have a removal spell. Okay. Good attack. Little offensive. How are you 306? Oh, because they just kept playing. That's right. They just kept playing. They just kept playing Magic the Gathering. I mean, I'll take it. They're just going to play like a creature and I'm going to kill it. Like, I'm currently winning the race here, so... I think that attack was a little bit aggressive. Just given the life scenario. Probably better just attack with 1. In most instances. We'll see. Alright, Adalbert Steiner. It's a 2/1, so not too crazy. Delivery Moogle! That is a fantastic draw here. Yep. Let's get... Ooh. Dragoon's Lance or White Mage's Staff. This is very expensive to equip is the problem. But it is evasion. And I think I'm winning the race. So yeah, let's go with the Lance. Two cards left in our opponent's hand. Ooh. Alright, Cloudbound Moogle. They don't really have good attacks. Oh, I guess their 2/2s can attack me. Okay, I'm not... Okay, sure. I guess they just wanted to gain some life, so that's fine, I guess. Alright. Yeah, let's get in there. It's a big attack. And then we play the Lance. This is a lethal attack next turn if they attack me with the Moogle and have nothing else. And we still have Midgar, so we'll see what they have. Oh, one of the best rares in the set, that's what they have. Now, it only gets flying on their turn. Okay, okay, what? Let's read this card. Really? Wait, hold on. Okay, okay. All right, let me read this card, okay? Let me read what's going on here. During your turn, okay, 6 mana, exile it. Put a counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain flying until end of turn. Okay. Can this thing attack? No, you exile it, so it's sick. So 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. What can I bounce? I mean, this can also gain me some life. Like, the thing is, they have to block with the Moogle. What am I sacrificing here is the question. I think I'm sacrificing the treasure. Okay, we drew a land. Let's see, I can move this over. I gotta think here. This is a big turn, so... Okay, they're at 1. I have a flyer. I can give something else flying. And I don't think I'm in danger of dying here. Like 3, 6, 9 damage. Okay. Okay, so they're digging, yeah, because just this alone is not going to be enough. Alright, I'm glad I got the Lance. And also they're at 1. So if I find a non-creature spell, I can equip the Maraud and play something too. They really like this Demon Wall. What you got for me? Alright. Whew. Alright, played against the high mythic player. What is with these pairings, Arena? I'm a Plat 4 player, struggling in the mean streets of Midgar. I only played Final Fantasy VII for what it's worth, folks, so that's all my Final Fantasy lore just comes from FF7. I'm sorry to have disappointed you all. But we're 4-0. Alright, opponent on the play, we have a 2-drop, a 3-drop, a 4-drop, and a removal spell. Absolutely keeping this. Blue-white means they're likely to be an artifact deck. Okay, ooh. Alright, let's play White Mage's Staff. The question is, do I block? Let's just slow things down a little bit. Let's play Rufus. Hopefully they just don't have a removal spell for this. Like if they play like Aura Sight or something, obviously it's really bad, but if they don't, then you know. They copied Dragoon's Wyvern. Okay. We have a lot of good options here. I think I want to just keep the flyers at bay here. Slow things down a little bit with Lionheart. Put me in a pretty good racing situation. Graha Tia. Okay. Well, this Ishgard is looking very suspect. Okay, let me think here. Okay, this I'm gonna full control this. Play Ambrosia. When it enters the battlefield, I'm gonna Slash of Light the Grahia. Okay. Let's pick up Lionheart. Let's attack. Then let's just play this as a land. Pass. Like, this one is certainly worse than the black one. I'm just trying it out, but it doesn't seem particularly strong. Alright, Cloudbound Moogle. Probably don't want to put it on the 2-1 flyer just because I have Lionheart. Okay, never mind. Sure. Slash of Light. Wow. We are drawing very, very well. I will not lie to you folks. Let's play Paladin Arms. I like the ward on this. We definitely have a better board here. Ooh, Choco Mog is good though. Wow, they're getting very aggressive too. 2 cards in hand as well. Aren't they just dead? Bring it on. Okay. Sephiroth's intervention was very, very good. They're at 9, I'm at 5. Whew. I go to 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can also just block everything. Maybe that's okay. Like, do I want to play Lionheart on the flyer? Alright, let's play defense. Let's turn this around. I feel like the way that I lose is to that flying equipment. So I need to find some way to... Oh my gosh, this is a disaster. They just kept playing action. It just like it was just too much for me to deal with. Now they're at 9 and I'm at 2 and there's just not much I can do. Right? Like, I play a flyer, I die. This was... They just kept playing things. How dare they keep playing things? Yeah, I mean, my only hope here is Sephiroth's intervention, and hopefully they don't attack with everything. I wonder if there was something else I could have done, but Dragoon's Wyvern is very good against me. Okay, well, this is fine. Alright, well, I mean, we're still kind of dead here unless we have a way to deal with this Dragoon's Lance. Oh, I guess we have an Ari, man. Yeah. I'm at 1. I just need all blockers. Block. Block. Actually, let's block with the token. I need a flyer so bad. Oh my gosh, this thing is huge. It's a 5/4 flyer. Alright. Oh, that's a flyer! We're still alive! So this is going to be a 6/4. What's in my graveyard? Alright, we will Moogle. Search my library for... The problem is this doesn't block. This is 4 to equip. I mean, this gains me life. I'll take the Lance, sure. All right. The thing is, they can, like, move everything to one of the other tokens, I think. But, yeah. I have no choice here. There needs to be more, like, ways to kill artifacts. Well, Crystal's Chosen is just game. All right. Yeah, our opponent's deck was sweet. Blue-white, go wide, lots of tokens. Good stuff. Didn't even necessarily lean too heavily on the artifacts, so yeah, played out pretty well. And for that reason, like, because so many cards make tokens, or you have those artifacts that the job select cards, I feel like spot removal might be like slightly worse unless they're really cheap. That's what it feels like, at least. It's like, it feels pretty bad killing a lot of these creatures with like a 4-mana removal spell. All right, we are on the play. I'm going to mulligan this 2 planes and all black cards. I did have the White Mage's Staff, but still. I'll keep this. I'll put Monk's Fist on the bottom. I have White Mage's Staff on turn 2, followed by Rufus on turn 3. And then a Sephiroth's Intervention. All right, blue-red from the opponent. Item Shopkeep. Okay. Hey, this is what makes this card so good. Like, we trade with a 2-drop and we still have that left over, right? So, like, if they play a 4-2, then I can equip the White Mage's Staff and attack. And it's pretty hard to be able to kill this for 3 mana other than the enchantment. So. Which they presumably have. Oh, they didn't. Okay. Interesting. Now what do I do? I can play around Counterspell and just play Reno and Rude. Or Syncopate, rather. I think that's better. Just might as well. Like, I'm still adding to the board. For what it's worth, I think Syncopate is, like, pretty bad, or much worse than other counterspells in other formats. There's just, like, a lot of cheap things to do, and there's not that much your opponents can do. Like, if they don't counter your spell. Whereas before, you can, like, you know, monstrous your creatures or whatever. What you got? Reno and Rude plus Rufus. Very nice combo. Thunder Magic on Rufus. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Ooh. So let's go Weapon Vendor. And then land. Pay 1. I'm trying to think if there's like a 1 damage spell. Yeah, let's just make a big doggo. And then we're just gonna exile but not use anything. Decline. So that's been exiled. The Emperor of Palamecia. Now we have a 3/3 doggo, Weapon Vendor, Reno and Root. So decent board here with a removal spell and a Cloudbound Moogle. So feeling pretty decent about this. If they play a big creature, we kill it. If they kill one of my creatures, I don't really care. Okay, what do I have in the graveyard? Nothing. They have 5 cards. Let's play Moogle. Here, if they have a counterspell, it's not too bad. Let's pump up the Weapon Vendor, just to... Like, this one has Menace, and this is the one that they're most likely going to want to kill. I don't think there's many flash creatures, so... Okay, Eject is certainly very good. Exile a mountain. Do I want to sack something for a mountain? No. Let's just play this tapped. So still an excellent board here. This is just lethal with the staff. And I have Sephiroth's Intervention. You want to play a creature there, friend? Sahagin. And call the mountain Chocobo. Sure. So the Chocobo's got a chump. I can kill Sahagin. This one... Let's kill you. Let's put it on the Menace creature, sure. So Weapons Vendor gets blocked. They go to 3. And then we get to see if we want to cast something, although unlikely. Nope. All right, now I just have, like, it's... It's almost impossible for them to win in this spot unless they have a sweeper. All right. Yep, I mean, blue-red, they played stuff every turn, but we just played to the board and put enough pressure on our opponent. I hope control is viable, but man, these aggro decks have looked pretty good so far. We are 5-1. Our best results are all with aggressive decks. The white-red aggressive decks, white-blue aggro, and then now this white-black aggro. Because there are a lot of cards that incentivize you to dirtle, to kind of spin your wheels. But like the aggro decks really put a lot of pressure on you, and they don't run out of things to do because of all these equipment. Not that it's like the strongest thing to move a Dragoon's Lance, but it's still something, right? It's still better than 2-mana 2/1 flyer on your turn. Let's pitch the Moogle. Let's play the Lance. No blocks. Mysidian Elder. All right, red-black spells. We'll see how this matchup plays out. Play a white mage's staff here. So, I mean, certainly blocks everything pretty well here. Next turn, we have the intervention if they play something big. If they kill this, it's kind of annoying. We take a lot of damage. Call the Mountain Chocobo. Okay, so no attacks from them. And we have a Sephiroth's intervention available. Just play a little offense and defense. This 2/2 is pretty good right now. And I think this is probably a decent opportunity to keep up the intervention. And I'm happy enough trading my token here for the Chocobo. Circle of Power. They have a lot of cards in hand. I'm playing this because if I draw land number 6, I can play the Steiner plus intervention. Obviously, this leaves us very vulnerable to like a removal spell and they're red-black, but not like I can do that much here. All right, so they're just pinging me, which isn't as bad if they can't find a removal spell, but they discarded Fang, which is not good, which indicates they might have a removal spell here for Golbez. Yep. And then they get to hit me for 2. Okay. Let's hit them for 2. Let's play the Steiner. And let's play Black Mage's Rod. So it's a 5/4 lifelinker. So hopefully, I mean, hopefully they were digging for Thunder Magic and they don't have another way to kill the Steiner, but yeah, they... I mean, this is what the red... Like, this is the right way to build the red-black deck, and I think they have a really good version of it. So this is... Like, I think this is really cool. Just seeing this from the other side. Like, look at this. This is really awesome. Like, they just drained me for 7 trillion damage. I don't even know what to do. Do I have a lethal attack? Like, I can give this flying, but I don't think that's lethal. I mean, let's just attack, right? Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? I could have gained 1 more life. That's my bad. That is 100% my bad. All right. Anyways, let's kill. I think the way I lose is these stupid wizard tokens. So yeah, that could be so relevant here too. So that is 100% my fault, folks. My opponent, or I should be at 11. Okay, I should be at 11. Garland, look at all the spells they have in their graveyard. Granted, again, this could be an issue of too much wheel spinning. Like, look at the graveyard. Like, what are you accomplishing here? Okay, so they're just dead, right? Like I give this flying and they die. Okay, I will say though their deck is their deck was really cool. Yeah, really cool deck. I think maybe a little too much on the Cantropy stuff, like, but I think that's what the red-black deck is supposed to look like. All right, 6-1, playing for a trophy. Yes, great feeling. Black-white. We even discarded our first pick. We tried to stay flexible. Okay, all swamps, but we do have a Cloudbound Moogle. And we have a Rufus on turn 3. Sure, I'll keep this. We have a Rufus, Ahriman, and a Sephiroth's Intervention on the draw, so the hand is definitely a little bit clunky. I'm just going to play this. On the draw against a turn 1 Zach Fair, I don't think I'm going to have that kind of time, you know what I mean? Alright, what do you do? You may remove a lore counter from each of any number, put a... Okay. Well, let's hope Flash Bear gets it done. I mean, they might have a trick or whatever, but it doesn't really matter. They can also sack it, right? Yeah. Sure. I mean, that's also fine, right? Like, we are not unhappy with this. I'm just gonna play out the Death Touch creature here, just to like definitely block the Garnet. Paladin Arms, sure. Okay, Monk Fist. Let's play Rufus. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. I got a pair of Sephiroth's Interventions. Naturally drawing a Plains would be pretty cool with the Moogle. Graha Tia, sure. Okay. I don't think I want to mess around too much here. Let's just kill this. Okay. Signposts are us. Okay. Well, that's a lot. I mean, do I just kill this too? It seems pretty good. Yeah, sure. I mean, they have 2 cards left. Hopefully they're not too good. Weapons Vendor. Ooh, that's really good with Paladin Arms. Is there any good, like, Rufus attack I can get in? Nope, we're just blocking. We're just blocking. Like, trading this for a Weapons Vendor doesn't seem great. I'm going to start drawing cards with the Ahriman, I think. That's fine. Ooh, Slash of Light's a very good one. Yalicat is a 1/3. Okay. And, alright. Nothing in my graveyard to get back. Although, I can see this being cool with the Ahriman. It's like a really late game oriented type of play. I mean, they have one card in hand. What can it be? You know what I mean? Maybe I should just wait still. Do I want to play this? Or is there a world where I can get a bunch of value with Ari Man? Let's see. Return up to 2 target artifact and or enchantment cards. I'll hold it, I guess. Although, am I just supposed to block the Gala Cat? I don't know. I think I can just take it, honestly. It's just 3 damage. Cactuar. Okay, it's just the 3/3. Okay, so there's our planes. Can play the Moogle. Probably just target itself, honestly. Get a nice little 3/4 flyer going. Alright. So now I think I have done a decent job of stabilizing this board. They can make a big Cactuar, I guess, but I guess I can just like block with 2 tokens here. But basically what I want to do is sacrifice Monk's Fist and White Mage's Staff, draw 2 cards, then play Faith and Grief, get them back. Oh, it tramples too? That's really annoying. Alright, I'll take it here. I'm taking it here because I can't Slash of Light because it has Ward. So I'll go for the double block when they attack next turn. Target creature fights and it's got a ward. Yep, not much I can do. Alright, play the land. No attacks. I mean, I'm just playing the super long game here and hoping that that's good enough. Zach Fair is very, very obnoxious. Okay. This weapons vendor is being really annoying. Like, do I block this thing? No. I'll just take 3. I'll be a good boy. Cactuar, okay. Oh, Steiner. This costs 5 mana? Does that change things? Do I just want to play the Steiner? No, I'm gonna sack the staff. Ooh, Lionheart. It's pretty good. Probably just kill the Zac and then kill whatever Zac targets is my plan here. Or I guess I don't even have to do it now, huh? Okay. Now I'm okay blocking with the Ari Man. Or I'm more okay blocking with it, I guess. But we were able to at least draw a bunch of cards here. This is an epic, epic game. I don't know if I've even come close to playing this correctly, but... oh no, okay. Actually, I think that's fine. The Steiner is the big part here. Is the big thing. Okay. So this doesn't even have trample, right? Why did it get a counter? Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so let's block that. I'm at 9. I mean, this is a lot of damage, so I gotta be a little bit careful, right? We can chump here. This blocks here. Sure. Because the Cactuar gets bounced, so it's not that bad. And the Slash of Light is on 3, which is still pretty good. Delivery Moogle was fantastic. What am I getting? Do I want something out of my graveyard, or do I just want to draw something? I'm just going to draw something. What do I want? Do I want the White Mage's Staff? The Black Mage's Staff? They're at 23. I think I care most about combat stats in general right now, so let's take White Mage's Staff. Let's see, 4-3. There's no way you have a trick here. Yeah, okay. All right, big doggo, and we'll pass. All right, so now the Dark Star with the Lionheart is a pretty nice thing to attack with. That's a Cactuar. Nothing to equip. Easy block. Okay, fair enough. Okay. All right. Well, I can still White Mage's Staff here. I have access to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So I can actually do everything. So why don't we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can even get back the Lionheart, which is quite nice. Actually, do I want to let Rufus die to kill Cactuar? Probably not. Let's move this onto Rufus so I can get an attack. Boom, let's make a doggo. Good blocker. And 3-5 attacks through a 3-3 and a 1-1. Okay, they drew another trick. Oh. Alright, fair enough. Well, you know what? It was a Tifa's Limit Break. We could have died to that thing. Yeah, we could have easily died to that thing. Wait, why did they do that? Couldn't they have killed me? With Paladin arms and... Okay. That was weird. Are you kidding me? Renoa Heart Lily off the top. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. What are you gonna do? Play a weapons vendor. Reno and Root is pretty cool. Let's start shrinking down their squad, I guess. The problem is if they move this here, it'll have 5 power. Yeah, so I need to play the Lionheart. Let's kill the weapons vendor. Play this. Target here. And We gotta chill here for a turn, unfortunately. Okay, cycle land, good. I mean, they can move the Paladin Arms over to Renoa. They can move it to the dog and attack. I'll obviously block. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just blocked the Renoa here. Alright, we take 5. Okay, well, I mean, we have a million things to play. Okay, so that was good. I definitely want to just, like, gain a million life, I think. I'm at 5 life. But this deals another point. It's like, do I want to deal an extra point of damage? Let's put this here. Or do I want to... Yeah, that's a good question. Whatever. Let's get in for 5. Alright. That was a great turn for us. Lots of blockers, 2 cards in hand for the opponent. I can move the Lance over to Reno and Rude, potentially. Looks like they have a removal spell for Rude, maybe. Plenty of things to sacrifice. White Aura Sight, okay. I don't even know what you exile. Sure. Block. And, ooh. Let's move the Lance onto here. Attack. Gain some life. Whew! This was an epic game, I will say. Let's move this over. Alright. So they're at 4 and I have like all of this. 2 flyers. Ultima? Oh my gosh. They really had a Wrath? Okay. What is that? Summon Fat Chocobo? Oh, that would have been a good draw. I mean, they need a removal spell. A creature doesn't do it. Woo! Oh my gosh, Ultima. Oh. Fortunately, the Aura Sight was in play, so it killed the Aura Sight, which gave me back my Reno to win. That was an epic game, well played by the opponent. Mediocrely played by me? I don't know. That was a really weird game. But I was able to still find ways to get value out of all my cards, despite having a deck with a lot of 2-drops. So, maybe that's the name of the game. I don't know. Like, this is the phase in the format where I'm totally happy to just believe, like, change anything that I know about previous formats and make adaptations so that I can catch up quicker than other folks. And, you know, this deck played out well. There was a lot of play to it. It wasn't just curve out and kill people. Right? It was just like sequencing things well, moving around your equipment for value. This weapons vendor is actually playing out to be way better than I thought, just because these job select cards are just so solid. Like White Mage, just all of them, right? You trade with a 2, look, that's the thing. White Mage's Staff, you play it, you trade with a 2/2, you still have an equipment, right? Black Mage's Rod, you trade with a 2/2, you still have an equipment. And then you can use the equipment to get to do other things, which makes them really, really strong. So I think the job select cards, most of them, are all very, very playable. I think Monk's Fist is probably like the worst one, but it's an artifact, so it makes sense. So, but overall, I was very happy with how this deck played out. Reno and Rude, very, very solid in this type of deck where you have no shortage of things to sacrifice. So, you know, let's say you have a White Mage's Staff and then you hit a 5-drop. It's like, all right, I'll sack the artifact. I'll sack the equipment. I'll still have a 1/1 left over and I'll play the 5-drop, right? So I do think this is nice. Just a nice, solid menace creature. The Steiner also is incredible with all these job select cards. So I think this card is also really, really nice. Ahriman actually did some work. Now, I'm still not like super comfortable playing more than like 1. It's just this effect is really expensive. But this matchup, the last one, it did get down to a point where we were both kind of just staring at each other, and having something like an Ahriman to break the stalemate by sacrificing a bunch of things and drawing some cards definitely got me there. Some removal is okay, but I would also advise people to be careful with removal. Just be like, don't just have a deck with too much removal, because there's just like, if you play against a deck like this, what does a removal spell even do? Right? It's just like, oh yeah, I'll kill your dire rat. Oh, I killed your weapons vendor. Right? It's just like, it's not, or I killed your job select token. It's just not as good. So I would focus on the cheap stuff. Like, obviously a card like the Intervention is still fine, but just know that it's not quite as good as it is in other formats. Whereas something like Lionheart is great. It seems like there's a lot of little creatures in this format, right? And the fact that you can have something that lets you just kill small things and then upgrade your creatures, right, with the additional mana, seems like it's a solid thing to do. Right, there are other formats where there's just not enough things to kill and this card's not as good, but I feel like 2 damage just kills a ton of things in this format. Slash of Light was very impressive in these types of decks. When you are playing with obviously all these job select cards, this just means you're just going to be able to have a 2-mana way to kill. You know, like one of the weaker matchups might be the big green decks, right? And having a Slash of Light to be able to kill something big is nice. And then additionally, because it's so cheap, on turn 4, you can potentially double spell and go like creature plus Slash of Light, and that can also go a long way. A lot of these land cyclers also seem decent. Not insane, but just keep in mind, like, I feel like this format is a little bit powered down. So like these equipment, like you do get to situations where you do have the mana to equip. And I don't think the Moogle is fantastic, but I do think flying is better than it's been in a long time. Like there's just, you know, sometimes you have a format where green just has like 4 reach creatures or 3 reach creatures. See Ether Drift, right? Hazard of the Dunes, the Migrating Ketrodon. There's just not as much reach stuff. So flying actually is a legitimate way to like push through damage. So, you know, like I said, these are, you get them for free, but they were okay. I'm not willing to say they're great by any means, but some of them are actually pretty good. The green one's good. The black one is decent in a control deck. And yeah, really happy with how this deck played out. And like I said, so far, the decks that I've had by far the most success with have been the aggressive white decks. I didn't want that to be the case, but that's what it seems like for the time being. Maybe things will change, but if it keeps winning, that's the thing that I'm going to do, right? Because for me, the point of me making these videos is to make it so that I can give all of you a leg up with whatever limited environment that you participate in. So if this is the winningest thing to do, I will continue pushing it until I stop winning with it. Of course, we're going to try to draft some sweet decks on the side as well. But anyways, that's a nice trophy. That's a great feeling, especially after starting the first couple of drafts with kind of lackluster starts in a 2-3 and a 3-3. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Also, go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you need booster boxes or singles to round out your constructed decks, check them out. Make sure you click on that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmat, sleeves, dice boxes, and more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Also, swing by their booth at MagicCon Vegas. Tell them Paul sent you to get 10% off in person as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.